Hey, hey, hey. Welcome to another episode of Sister Self Care Sunday. I am so excited to be here with y'all. As you noticed, I don't have my partner in crime with me today. Denise is not here today. She is celebrating her grandbaby's birthday today. So she will be with us on our next Sister Self Care Sunday. But today, y'all, we are talking about the power of practicing gratitude. And there is power in practicing gratitude. And gratitude is more than just saying, what you're thankful for. Gratitude is really appreciating everything. Because let's face it, sometimes it's so easy for us to think about the negative, right? And we'll spend a large amount of our time focusing on the negative. But today, I want to encourage you to practice gratitude, even in the midst of a letdown, even in the midst of disappointment, even in the midst of maybe a broken heart. There's always something to be grateful for. And so practicing gratitude, it does a number of things. Number one, it definitely improves your mood. Definitely improves your mood. Number two, practicing gratitude, it also helps reduce stress. Absolutely. Practicing gratitude helps reduce stress because it's giving your mind something positive to focus on. Because keep in mind, when we talk about gratitude, the opposite of that are situations that cause us to be stressed and full of anxiety. And we know those things can affect your blood pressure and your immune system. But on the flip side, practicing gratitude, they've shown studies that actually indicated that people who practice gratitude, they have lower blood pressure problems, and they have less immune issues. So practicing gratitude not only helps you from a mental perspective, but it also helps you physically. So, in the comments, put down, how do you practice your gratitude? Do you practice gratitude? Gratitude, again, is a powerful thing. And I just want to encourage everybody today to take the time. I'll share with you my story. Recently, I was having some car issues, and everybody is like, oh, girl, you need to just go on and get a new car. So it's not that I can't afford a new car, because I can. But I love my car that I have. Like Betsy, she done got me around. Well, long story short, Betsy broke down on me. And the old me would have been like, oh my gosh, my car broke down, this, that, and the third. But I just was like, immediately, I was like, thank you, God. It didn't break down on the freeway. It didn't break down on the freeway. Like, thank you, God, that I can call AAA to come get me, right? So I just started thinking of different things. And like, thank you, God. If I need to go out and get a new car, guess what? I can go out and get a new car. So in that moment, I didn't let the fact that the current car I was in that broke down, you know, just change and shift my mood to being one that was just in total distress, right? And another example I'll give you of practicing gratitude. I practiced gratitude. I can remember I was really frustrated. I'd had a rough day at work, and immediately I just started looking out the window from my home office, and I was like, you know what, God, I thank you. I thank you for the trees. I thank you for the trees that have bloomed and the leaves are green and beautiful. And then I was like, I'm so grateful and thankful that I can see the leaves. I can see the beautiful weather. I can see the clouds in the sky, right? I can get up if I want and walk around and just feel the breeze of the air against my skin, practicing gratitude. Don't take the small things for granted, y'all, because there's somebody who wish they could see the clouds in the sky that we see. Somebody who wish they could feel the hot weather that we feel, or on the cool days, right? The cool weather. It's somebody who wish that they could get up and get out of bed just to go for a walk, right? Or people who wish they could just, without any assistance at all, just be outside. It's a whole slew of people that's incarcerated. They wish they could come and go as they please. They don't have that freedom, but we do. So let's make the most of all the blessings that we have, right? If you were able to eat your meal today, right, without a tube, able to digest all your nutrients without any issues, that's a blessing. That's a blessing. We have so much to be grateful for. And I want to encourage each and every one of you to think about, what are the many blessings that you have to be grateful for? So on Sister Self Care Sunday, it's more than just the facials and the pedicures and the manicures. It's working on our mental well being as well, caring for all of ourselves. And so let's practice that. So let's get into 3 tips on how you can practice gratitude. Tip number 1, before you go to bed at night, get you a gratitude journal and start writing down things throughout the day as you look back on it that you were grateful for. Maybe it was talking to an old friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Maybe it was um, you had some personal goals and you achieved them for that day. The goals you set for yourself, you achieved them. Maybe you had a project going on at work and you did a phenomenal job. Or maybe it was you had peace in your home. You just enjoy living in a home where it's peaceful. There's no bickering. There's just love. So there's a ton of things you can think of to write down at the end of the night, just to remind yourself, again, get in the mind frame of thinking positive thoughts as opposed to negative ones. Tip number 2, we're talking about practicing gratitude and the power of it. Tip number 2 is tell your friends, your family, your significant other, colleagues, how you appreciate them. So when someone does something nice, heck, it could be the person at your grocery store that's bagging your groceries. Let them know you appreciate them. Let them know you appreciate them. And not only will you feel good in sharing your appreciation, but the person receiving it will feel so good too. And you never know how kind words can make someone's day. So we've talked about the gratitude journal, doing that at the end of every night. We talked about telling a friend. Periodically I will text, my girlfriends will text each other just to say, you know what, I thank God for you. I thank God for your friendship. So we may tell our friends we love them, or we may feel we express it like, oh, that's my girl or that's my boy. But every now and then, it's always good to put words to let people know you appreciate them. And the third thing, we're talking practicing gratitude. First thing in the morning, just start reflecting on what you have to be grateful for. And if nothing more, you woke up this morning. So the fact you woke up, right? You woke up in a bed. You woke up in your own home, right? You woke up and you were safe. You were warm. You were protected. You were happy. You slept good the previous night, right? You have food in the refrigerator. So when you get up in the morning, if you're hungry, you're thankful you can go downstairs and help yourself to as much food as you want. You're able to breathe air without any assistance. Those are things, y'all, we have to be grateful for. Getting out of bed without ailments, without grunting, right? And even if you do have a little grunt, y'all, still be thankful you're able to get out that bed. Listen, there is so much we have to be thankful for. The fact that our bodies, God made our bodies so complex. So complex. Like our brain is automatically telling our body to do things. We don't even have to think about it, right? Our lungs is just breathing, right? Our heart is automatically going, right? That's a wonderful thing, y'all. That's a blessing. The fact that when you want to say words, you can get your thoughts out, the words will come out. Those are blessings. Those are things to be grateful for. That you have a new day. That thing you wanted to do, you have a fresh start every day to get closer and closer and closer to what you want. So be grateful. Practice gratitude and write it down. Say it. Tell the people you care about. And then spend time meditating, reflecting on everything you have to be grateful for. It's a powerful tool in caring for yourself. So I'm not going to hold you all long. That's going to conclude today's Sister Self Care Sunday. But listen, I want you all to really think on what you have to be grateful for, because it will far exceed the things that you can complain about. So don't give your energy to the things that you can complain about, because we can complain about anything. But don't forget your blessings. Don't forget all the positive things you have going on in your life. All right. That's this episode of Sister Self Care Sunday. We kept it short and sweet. We miss our girl Denise. She'll be back with us on the third Sunday, which is going to be September the 15th. We'll see you back here then. And be grateful. Practice that gratitude, y'all. Good night.